that look like in 100 years when I'm 155 and no, yes, and still paying taxes because that's what they will want me to do. This is RevMac Live. I'm Revolution McKinnis. This is the big interview, and we are so fortunate to have, I think, one of the best musicians you're going to find anywhere. Definitely one of the best musicians you're going to find live streaming in America right now. And we are so lucky, incredibly lucky, to have her. Hello from Macomb Township. This is what I get for not. See that? Putting my glasses right through the camera for not having my lenses in because the glare's been bothering me. So I'm going to have to make this screen bigger here in a minute so I can read these things. But I appreciate the awards, a Haps Hug Award and a LOL Award, but I can't tell who they're from. Sorry, everybody. I will be able in a minute. We have the incomparable Sarah Lightman is here. And Sarah is not on Haps enough. So I'm happy, as they say, to have her on Haps. And, you know, Haps has been doing a lot with music lately. So I think it's great to have somebody as talented as Sarah on here. We are sponsored, folks, by a great little company out of Carmel, Indiana. Scooch Case. These guys make a fantastic case. It is, you know, like got all those standard, like, you know, you could drop them features, like from up to 10 feet in the air, I think. But what it also has is this cool little feature that allows you to, you know, hold on to the phone, like those little pop things that they have. And it does the same thing. You can tilt it on the side. You can put it in the profile portrait position. And Trevor can retweet the program right there live on your phone. Hey, Trevor. So, yeah, check out Scooch Case, Carmel, Indiana, made in Japan, made in China. Come on. Maybe they can make it in America eventually, but that's the wingman version of the Scooch Case. ScoochCase.com. Great folks at Scooch Case. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about why RevMac Live exists. And this show, look, I've always said it, we're here to make money. No question about that. But the other thing that we're really about is bringing people to the platform that wouldn't necessarily otherwise get a chance to have their voice heard. Now, we bring amazing, talented superstars like Ms. Lightman here because she can bring in more viewers. And those viewers then could see somebody like our really good friend here, Olivia Robinson, who's doing great work in Black communities, trying to keep the dollar into the hands of the people in those communities. So when you buy something from a white merchant, it stays in the hands of other white merchants and suppliers and everything pretty much forever. But if you buy something from a black-owned business, it literally flies out of their register after the next transaction that they have to make. And Olivia's trying to do something about that. So let's give a listen to her real quick.
Hey, it's Olivia Robinson from Black Dollar. I've been so appreciative of Revolution and his platforms. They've really helped my brand by putting me on a platform in front of other people who I might not have interacted with, and it has helped me to grow my audience. But it's also connecting me with people who have been able to really benefit from what I do, and also I've been able to help them as well. Without Revolution making that connection, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So I'm so grateful for what he does and how consistent he is with reaching out and following up and keeping everyone connected with him. He doesn't just hit you up and you help him out with a show and that's it. He stays connected. He builds that relationship.
Yep, that's my friend Olivia Robinson. Look, we need more Olivia Robinsons. We need more of them on the show, and I need your support if we're going to keep this great thing going. muted. Thank you, Trevor. Now we have to see if Sarah is back. Did I break it that much? I don't
I'm
see her
here.
camera. I don't see your camera. Hang on, Sarah.
You don't see my camera?
Yeah, but that might just be me. Let me refresh.
Okay.
Yep, there you are. That was just on my side. So, and there she is, Sarah Lightman. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, it's going all right. I mean, I've been having a really good few weeks.
Hi, Trevor. Hi, Lee. Hi,
And
Dan.
you're very I love the folks that appreciate you and your music and pay attention to you and your music and support you and your music. I think that's got to be pretty fun.
Yeah, I like them too.
That's very nice. That's very nice. What has been happening in your world musically lately?
Oh my God, so much. Some of it is like confidential because it hasn't come to fruition yet.
Mm-hmm.
I have some gigs picking up slowly but surely. It's all still very unknown with everything and where it's headed, but I'm happy to have something where for a very long time I had no control over bothering to book anything. So there is that. And then, been meeting new producers and like trying to write. I keep having these moments where I write and then something in my life. Hi, Carrie. How's it going? Where I write and then I keep meeting to like, I was trying to write like 30 song ideas and post them on TikTok, and I'm still doing it. It's just gotten really slow. And
Mm-hmm.
I've had to like not be hard on myself about it because there's just been all these things in my life picking up that have kind of taken my energy and attention away from that. And I'm working on not doing that anymore. But like, it's just been a process getting all 30 song ideas done. And then after they're done, I'm going to reinvestigate all of them and like turn at least one of them into a song, a full song. So there's that. There's another song I'm finishing with another producer, and then doing the grind.
What is the how has the I don't want to say the end of COVID because I mean you're going to be playing out at the Hotel Cafe on July 30th, right? So that's very soon. A in-person gig, and obviously you can still see it online. But how is the I guess the changes in being able to go out and play at venues and stuff? You've met some new producers. Are you able to kind of do some more networking now and stuff too?
Kind of. So this producer was the introduction through another friend connection. And then I have like just some other people I've been meaning to meet, and I just haven't yet. I'm going to take a trip out to Nashville in October, and hopefully I have like an up in the air hopeful meeting with someone who's connected with a really big like A-list band that I met out here, but he lives in Nashville. So I'm going to go out and visit and like kind of just like shop out the place and see if I might want to live there in the future and all that and what that would look like.
Wow.
But then also to just, meet people and then meet some people in person streaming that I haven't met in person. And so, yeah, one of those people is another producer. And then my manager also has some producers and contacts he wants me to meet here in general and out there too. So I'm just like kind of trying to cast my net out again, so to speak, and like trying to build relationships right now, and also reignite those old relationships too, and just see where everybody is. And so yeah, I've done one outdoor gig at Melrose Trading Post, and then Hotel Cafes on the 30th, and that one's going to be the one teasing like unreleased music, and it's going to be like all originals just about. So
nice.
that one's going to be special because I haven't really played out live these songs.
Mhm.
And I don't have a release date for them yet.
Yeah,
That's still
Trevor,
a
I
little
was
bit up in
wrong.
the
We're not
air,
dropping
but
anything super soon.
right.
But
But these are just songs that should be on your radar for when they come out, basically.
well, I think the behind the scenes stuff, is pretty interesting to me, considering I just went out to LA and maybe possibly was flown there by producer Malik Yusuf to work on a deal together.
Nice.
So my first taste into the deeply into the LA music scene was pretty crazy, being flown out there like a prince. And I love Malik. He's a great guy, and he's a great guy to have as a friend. But the behind the scenes part of it is, I think, kind of very interesting to me, because the making those connections out there with the quote unquote right people can happen in so many different ways. So
Mhm.
I think we used to see bands gigging it out there and playing and stuff, but you've also got this ability to do the live streaming and
Yeah.
everything. So I mean, it's absolutely not even comprehensible to me that you won't be signed by somebody big at some point, because you're just too damn good. And
Thank you. That's very sweet.
oh, it's very true. I mean, we have great musicians on Haps, and there's nobody better than you, and you've just got a phenomenal voice. Just your ability to craft and create songs is fantastic. And I'm always happy when I get to see you, and I'm always proud to know that we can have you on the program. So I think that says that we're doing something a little good here, because we can get somebody of your caliber on here. So I think we should have you sing a song, since we're
Okay.
12 minutes in, and
Sure.
and let's do what we do, which is listen to the incomparable, the amazing, and I'm lucky, I think, to get to know her. So I think I can call her a friend, Sarah Lightman. And here we go.
All right. This is actually one of the first songs I wrote out here in LA that I released. It's starting to become more and more of a favorite for fans. And for me, it's more of a reminder because of the message. So this is Fear. All of my music is on all the streaming platforms, so please don't forget to follow on Spotify, Apple, Bandcamp, Amazon, wherever you like to get your music. I do have CDs of my newest album, which doesn't include this song, on my website, so that's also an option. But just putting that out there now so you don't forget. Something I'm feeling, see the room spinning, and I can't remember how to breathe. I don't wanna hurt you, but I'm really aching. These hands won't stop shaking, definitely. Please don't run away. I'm working through my past. Take a chance and stay. Fear is not made to last. She's still there. She's enough for the world. She is strong. She doesn't need anyone. The dark will fade. She will heal. She will find. So bypassed all of the fear. I stop and start facing these thoughts that are racing. Simply created only by me. I start to realize it's time for racing. These demons each chasing so I can be free. Please don't run away. I'm working through my past. Take a chance and stay. Fear is not made to last. She's still there. She's enough for the world. She is strong. She doesn't need anyone. The dark will there. She will heal. She will find. She'll bite past all of the fear. Through this I learned we all are capable. You can choose to be afraid, or you can face those demons, send them all away. She's still there. She's enough for the world. She is strong. She doesn't need anyone. The dark will die. She will heal. She will find. Oh, she'll bypass all of the fear. Thank you, guys. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Trevor on Facebook.
And that was beautiful. Just very nice. And I'm not muted, everybody. Look at that. Okay, Haps people. We need like a big pink box on the screen when I'm muted. I just solved my problem. So I know that, oh, well, there's the pink box below, I guess. Where did that song come from? Sarah, what's the history on that song?
It was like a lot of things. Thank you, guys. I had written it when I moved out. After I moved out to LA, I had to like really face a lot of things I wasn't ready to face. And I came out here blindly, so that was kind of bold. And then all the things that I had planned fell apart. It was right after college, so this was like a long time ago, but it's like, it feels like yesterday, but not really.
Relatively a long time ago, probably when you compare it to an old dude like me.
Like, oh, I mean, it feels like it's because you lived through it. That's like why it feels that way. But and then anyways, so I was dating this guy that wasn't healthy for being from college, and like it was just like not a healthy relationship, and like, but anyway, I was trying to just figure out what was best for me, and so he had been in LA before me, and I had moved out to LA for like multiple reasons, not just because I wanted to like see where that would go. It was like trying to just figure out where my dreams were and where to go. And so I knew like if I didn't go, I'd regret it, you know, the fact that I didn't do it. Right. And so, so I was like, well, you know, all my connections are out there. I'll just do it. It'll be a good change of scenery, good to get away from the family and just like find my soul without, you know, people having their own opinion about it.
Where did you come from? Where were you?
So I was in school in Philadelphia, and I moved after graduation from there, but originally I'm from New Jersey. So
Jersey.
The East Coast. So I flew out and I saved up a bunch of money, a bunch meaning like more than like you'd think a 20-some-year-old person would have. And then I just slid her blindly. I had like 2 suitcases and like and so my roommate situation fell through the week before, and then the not so good boyfriend at the time was like, wait, I need a break. He like kind of thought I was moving out here just for him, which wasn't true. But anyway, clearly not the right person.
Well, you know, I mean, look, we come to things. Yeah. We come to things for a lot of reasons, and right. No good boyfriends.
No. Important lesson. He was like, he just thought I was doing the move for him. And I was like, no. He's
Like,
like,
dude,
well,
you should
how would I
really.
not know? And then he's like, well, how would I know that? I was like, you'd have faith that I have a life. Like, anyway, so it was just bad in that. And then the roommates fell through. And then I ended up with a roommate that was like not healthy. My brother was just trying to get me like situated because he flew out with me to like help. And I told him, I was like, I have a bad feeling about this roommate. I don't think I should live with her. And he's like,
Sorry.
like, you know, blah, blah. And I was like, can we go see the next girl? And he was like, convinced me to do it. And then like within like a day or two, I was like, yep, should have followed my gut. And then like, so I just kind of lived with the situation until financially and emotionally got to the place where I was like, I can't do this anymore. And so like a year later, it was the day after Thanksgiving, and she just said a bunch of just mean things about me behind my back, even though I could hear it like loud at the door. And I put a note on the seat, knowing she'd find it, and then I ran out the door.
You were gone.
Peacefully saying, I'm going to move out. And then she like chased me out the door and she's like, let's talk about this. I was like, I have some place to be. I was like making up things like, cause I was like, oh God. I remember waiting for the elevator, and she was like, I could hear her coming, like, wait, Sarah, wait. And I was like, oh shoot, the elevator's not coming fast enough. And I like run down the stairs. I'm like, I have to take the stairs. So I took the stairs, and then like I just had to make an excuse up of where I was going to like, because it wasn't up for negotiation. And like,
Well, that's a good song title. It wasn't up for negotiation.
Really like aggressive. Anyway, or not, or like some hard rock song. So anyway, like that happened. And so I moved to a new apartment, and I was living on my own for the first time. And I started to be able to like breathe and hear my thoughts. And that's when I started to kind of gravitate. I was doing acting at the time too. So I was like gravitating, finding my voice, finding my way back into like what gave me passion. And so I started doing like cover mashups. And then slowly I started writing original songs again, and opportunities kept popping up for like musical skills. And I wouldn't find myself wanting to read a play. Like I would challenge myself and do it, but I wasn't passionate about it. And
were you trying to do stage work or movie work?
No, like film work. I mean, like I was always open to that. Oh, I'd love to be on Broadway thing. And that's like still a bucket list thing if the right thing comes up. But it's not like something I want to, I don't love.
Would you do a musical?
Yeah, I did musical theater in college. So,
yeah, okay.
And again, this was all coming from a place of like pleasing other people instead of like doing what I wanted to do. And because at the time I couldn't see myself, because I was forced to see everybody else's perspectives and wear their mask of what they thought I should do instead of what I felt I should do. And so when I was like living by myself, it was like, oh my God, I'm still very confused about what I did with the last however many years of my life, but I can at least hear myself think now. And yes, I started writing songs. And so this guitar player who came into the restaurant I was working at, who was working on the Ellen show as an engineer at the time, I was telling him about writing the songs, and then he said he had like experience. So then he came over to my house, and then we started and trying to write. I said, I want to write a song. And so he came over to my house, and we started to just like, kind of try to have a session. And I said, I want to write about fear, but I don't know what that looks like. And like, I have a thing in my head of what it would sound like, and so we just kind of like talked about the subject for a while to try to get like an idea of where the words would be going. And it actually had a different time signature. It was in 3/4. I don't even know if I could do it anymore, but it was like, she's still there. She's enough for the world. She's strong. She doesn't need it. But anyway, it wasn't hitting the right points. And so yeah, that's kind of how that song came about. Was I felt like I had to make a timestamp to not forget where I came from. And that, and to remind other people that, like, you know, like I mean, like, I may look like I know what I'm doing, but I don't. I'm just like you. And like,
Oh yeah, hey, me
yeah.
too. Like I
Yeah.
got
And
no
it's just like,
clue.
I'm scared too. Welcome to the club. You'll get through it. But you only get through it if you don't avoid that fear. And for me, I had to learn, oh, I
Mm,
can't avoid this fear anymore.
yeah.
So that's kind of where that all started to come from. Yeah, so that's kind of like, and then like when I started, and then I was just so like, I had like, I still had pretty low self-esteem though, so I didn't know what I
Mm,
was gonna do. I was just making art. And then my boyfriend, who had like met me back then, at first wasn't even thinking about like dating. He was just like, he had hit me up because he heard my song and liked it. And
mm-hmm.
then he was like, "Oh, it would be." He said, "I know like it's 3/4, but I feel like it might hit people's ears better in 4/4." So I was like, "Okay." So we tried it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this feels cool. It's different, but it's cool." So that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like how that and
So there were two different people helping you with this song,
so the guy that wrote
inspiring you.
that was playing guitar, he didn't
Mm-hmm.
really help me write it. He just kind of jammed out with me
Mm-hmm.
while I sorted my thoughts. So he had like some chords he was playing while I was
But he's not getting writing credit.
no, nothing like that. No, yeah, no, because he was just like kind of creating uh just some melody on a guitar and then letting me, and then I just wrote the whole
Well,
thing.
I think
Yeah.
I think that was just a great kind of bit of information and
Yeah.
insight into kind of how you got to California,
Yeah.
how a song, kind of percolates and moves around and
Yeah.
grows. I know when I don't know if this is the second or the third time we've done a show together, but
Second.
there you go. So the first time we were talking a little bit about your songwriting. Shoot, there was something in my head. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me in a second. But just having that. Yeah, I know what you said. You were like, I don't write a lot of love songs. That's
Mm-mm.
not kind of exactly what you do. And I really,
Different kind of love, but yeah.
yeah, exactly. And I really like that your stuff comes at you a little differently because your voice is just very unique. The tone and is something that is kind of surprises me when it comes out of that smaller human frame,
Sure.
and I expect you to come on set and she doesn't, folks, like smoking a pack of cigarettes and drinking a whiskey or something, you've just got this
No.
literally seasoned maturity to your voice and to your songs. So why don't we do everybody out there in the audience a favor and let them hear something you want to play?
Sure. Well, yeah, I guess since we're talking about that move thingamabob, let's do I'll do All Right. I need to not hold my guitar because my air conditioning is getting fixed soon, and so I'm starting to sweat on the guitar. So I'm going to use the track because I don't want to get it wet.
It looks like a nice guitar. Let's keep your guitar
Yeah,
dry.
exactly. So this is All Right. Oh yeah, and going back to like that whole writing thing. Yeah, so normally when I write a song, we're all writing together and there's definitely a co-writing split. But that was like one unique situations where they were just hanging out and playing guitar and like I was just writing something and they were just present for it. But anyway, this is All Right. I hope you enjoy. Only 2 bags packed, headed from Philly on a plane to LA. Feeling kinda silly as I'm holding back the tears I haven't cried. Just days ago, I lost my house situation and I'm single now. From our last conversation, I've been breaking down. I gotta stay strong. Slowly descending, the clouds greet as we touch down. Anxiously waiting to meet you. Staring face to face with the city. Your mountaintops are looking oh so pretty, and the palms swaying tonight reminds me I'm gonna be alright no matter how much cry. You lift me up with every city light and feed my dreams so I can fly. Thanks to you, I'm gonna be alright. Alright. Staying with a stranger, wishing it was different, and I'm working 2 jobs just to make a living as the tears inside wash the days away. Trying to make friends, but everybody's busy going out alone, pretending like it's no biggie. But when I go home, it catches up to me. Hoping, not knowing, but trusting you'll show me I'm right where I need to be. Staring face to face with the city. Your mountaintops are looking oh so pretty, and the pops swaying tonight reminds me I'm gonna be alright no matter how much cry. You lift me up with every city light and feed my dreams so I can fly. Thanks to you, I'm gonna be alright. Alright. Starting from zero, it just isn't easy. Trying to pave on the way. Slowly ascending, each tear that has fallen gives me the strength to keep going. Staring face to face with the city. Your mountaintops are looking oh so pretty, and the pops swaying tonight reminds me I'm gonna be alright no matter how much cry. You lift me up with every city light and feed my dreams so I can fly. Thanks to you, I'm gonna be alright no matter how much cry. You lift me up with every city light and feed my dreams so I can fly. Thanks to you, I'm gonna be alright. Alright. Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Lightman. I think we're on what do they call it? Instagram Live. All right, we're jumping off of Instagram Live here. Come watch Sarah Lightman.
Bye, Instagram.
Folks. Here, yeah. I got to figure out a way so like they can hear you while we're doing it. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. What is it? What's it feel like to have you ever had somebody listen to one of your songs and be like, it felt like you wrote it, just for me. What does it feel like to have people that really connect with you and your songs?
I mean, it feels validating.
Yeah.
It feels good that I could be. It feels really well. One of the reasons why I really got into doing this for real, second time around, because I was writing songs and then I didn't know how to make that happen, and so did the acting thing. Came back to the music thing. It told me that, like, I don't know. This is why I'm in this. It's like being of service, and it feels purposeful. And it's not just like a floofy, oh, I'm finding meaning in what I'm doing thing. it's from like a deep, like, knowing in my gut that like this just feels like the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that if I didn't, it would be like, I don't want to say it's like a superhero thing, but it's like it would be like I didn't do the thing I needed to do and people suffered because of it.
Mm.
Um, that's kind of like how I feel. And that doesn't mean I'm like responsible for like, I don't know if that makes any sense, but I feel that it that's when they tell me that, it just reiterates like, yeah, I made the right choice.
Hmm. I made the right choice. I think
Hmm.
that I think those are nice words. I think we have a lot of people out there that would love to take a chance to go out to LA to suffer through some intolerable roommates and
I
um
mean, that's not the first one I've had in like, I mean, in Philly I had one too, but yeah, you get what I'm
hey,
saying.
it's Philadelphia. It's gonna happen.
I was in
Um
college, but yeah.
the was I gonna say the bad roommate thing? Excuse me. But yeah, just you said some very telling stuff there about, I think, having I think you even have a sense of, of responsibility to your fans at some point, right? And wanting to make the right decisions, so
Yeah.
that, you can kind of, continue to have that connection. I think we have pretty deep, I definitely do with my followers, pretty deep connections with who I would call my followers. I don't necessarily have fans, but what is that? What does that feel like when you're on stage with the people that really dig your music? That's got to feel really good.
It feels like a lot of things. It does feel good. It feels, like I'm being of service in a really great way. It also feels
Mm-hmm.
terrifying because I'm like on display.
Mm.
People
Mm-hmm.
say like, "Oh, you look so good when you do that. You must just get really good at, and you're not nervous anymore." I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"No, I'm just good at being uncomfortable
Right.
and like uh in the right situations." I mean, like, don't get me wrong, sometimes being uncomfortable is a good telltale sign that you need to get yourself out of a situation. But
Mm-hmm.
most of the time, being uncomfortable is like the key to just like growth,
Mm-hmm.
inner growth, outer growth, and like it's helping you. It's forcing like, not forcing, but like it's allowing yourself to challenge the things that you didn't imagine you could do. And I think that's really what the magic is for performing live. And of course, to like practice connecting with your fans and like being to able to see their faces to some extent, and feeling the energy in the room. Like that's kind of like what makes it so powerful. So like even when I'm not on stage, sometimes I feel nervous when I'm in the audience, especially if I'm in the front row. I'm like, oh my God, you can see me and I can see you on stage. Like we're on stage together, and no one sees that but me. But like that's like what I feel about it. I get fan struck sometimes if I meet a fan in person for the first time that I haven't met before, or haven't seen in a while. I know that like the bigger I get, obviously I won't be able to tell who's who. And like I used to kind of feel bad about that, but now I'm like, no, I don't feel bad because it's just I'm only one person.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that it's just like so it's like to me, I might be the guest of honor to them, but to me, like they're the guest of honor. Like obviously,
Right.
like I hold myself to a worth to know that I'm offering something, but it's just like, no, you're the guest. I'm throwing you the party. Like that's kind of how I see it with the
I
stage
like
thing.
that. I think that you're yeah. You are throwing them the party,
Hmm.
and I think that's an actual, just a fantastic kind of mutual connection. Why don't you play out a tune, and maybe dedicate this to your fans? Hey.
Sure. Um, Let me think of one that they would dig in that way. This isn't my last song, I'm assuming. I probably have time for 2 more, so.
Yes.
Okay. So many choices. I'm gonna go with Let Your Light In, because it's just like a really good one for setting the space in the way that kind of talks about setting up that party. This is Let Your Light In. I know it seems like it's raining and that the storm will never end. You may be stuck in the darkness, but there is light being sent to men. Get off your feet, just look, you see, you're all you need to be. Learn to be your new best friend. And if you can't do that, you'll keep falling flat. Don't be an acrobat, you can beat it fast. Breathe let your light in. Breathe and 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 let your light in. You may be drowning in trouble, and that your mind won't let you rest. It tells you life brings you struggle, and it will if that's what you manifest. Get off your feet, just look, you see, you're all you need to be. Learn to be your new best friend. If you can't do that, you'll keep falling flat. Don't be an acrobat, you can beat it fast. Breathe let your light in. Breathe and 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 let your light in. Here's a little bit of piano for you. This is Kim Katenjian. Plays keys for me a lot. So get off your feet, just look, you see, you're all you need to be. Learn to be your new best friend. If you can't do that, you'll keep falling flat. Don't be an acrobat, you can beat it fast. Breathe let your light in. Thank you.
Gonna unmute myself before I push the little button. Very nice. Who are your musical mentors? Who do you kind of count as influencing, either directly or by knowing people, or indirectly by listening to different musicians and stuff? Who are your influences?
So growing up, definitely like my dad, who raised me, is like an influence because he did music and stuff, and it was very therapeutic, just the way that he would do art in general. And so a lot of that, I've definitely taken what he's like left here on the planet and poured that into my music for sure. Growing up, I mean, I listened to everything between Aretha Franklin to The Who, Beatles, Eminem, Beastie Boys, Spice Girls, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, Free Britney, hashtag Free Britney. It just like depends, like everything. I don't know. There's people I listen to, but it depends. Like, during my teenage years, I was listening to a combination of like and like Trevor always laughs at us. He's like, you don't listen. So I'd be listening to like System of a Down one day, and then Chili Peppers, and then Disturbed. And then, depending on how my mood was, I'd be listening to like Jack Johnson, John Mayer, Gavin DeGraw,
Oh
Mark
wow.
Broussard. So like it was like very, and then Billy Joel. And then I would go into like the roots of like Steve Miller Band, and like,
Ooh,
so
yeah,
I
there
was
you
like,
go.
it was like just like everything, and I just was eating everything up of just like commercial popular music. Um so like during high school like that, and then like it's changed over time. I mean, like, of course, like Jason Mraz and all those people that came out big, who were the pop people, Colby Calais, when they came out, were definitely influences for sure in my music too. So it's like it's just kind of grown to a massiveness over time. And then when I moved out to LA, like the people that like, even local artists that I would get to know would influence my music a good amount too. So like it's always changing.
The well, did you I just, we had Chris Gales on here the other night, and he sung
Okay.
I think he sung Space Cowboy.
Nice.
Steve Miller. And man, I remember being like
That's a
12
good
and
song, yeah.
going to play the arcade game Defender, dropping a quarter in Defender, and hearing Steve Miller playing in the arcade. And I'm a big fan of all of those musicians that you spoke of. And you said your dad was into music and instrumental in that, and you still do some busking on the street, right?
Well, with the pandemic, I haven't, but I will be hopefully soon. Depending on how the next couple weeks go.
Mm-hmm. I know they've got mask mandates and everything back in
Yeah,
LA,
and it's
right?
not even just that. Like, I would be street performing in the City Walk music program, and they are not sure when they're going to start again. They're building a roster, and I've hit them up, a couple times and like sent them my stuff, but they haven't given us any updates of what they decided to do and when they're going to have people. So, which is what they said. They said, like, we don't know when we're allowed to, because they're kind of a theme park, so it's a little bit
Mm-hmm.
different there. And so while they're saying live places can open up, I think they're under a different tier because they're a mass like gathering. But I definitely want to. I started out doing Burbank, so I definitely want to go out there. I just raised money on Twitch for my new amp setup, because my amp wasn't doing well,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd really used it a lot, and so. I'm about to get a new amp. Someone who works for the manufacturer is going to hook me up with a good deal, and that money that I raised with Twitch, I'm going to use to get it, and then I'm going to go out to Burbank and just try it out and see just how that feels. I don't see myself long term being a busker. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just not where I see myself ending up. I see it as a part of
Well,
my journey, and
mm-hmm.
and it's been great, but.
I mean, I think, after your fifth gold album or something, you should just spend a year busking, just to
I mean, if I don't
connect
get
with your
mauled,
audience again.
if I don't get mauled, sure. That's the other thing. I might have to have a ton of security.
There you go. The Burbank. How, like, because you said maybe going to Nashville and thinking about living in Nashville. That there's a lot of it's not just country music out there in Nashville anymore.
Yeah, definitely. It started out as country, and that was the classic. Now they've got, like, from what I hear, they've got like everything out there, which is like refreshing to me, because that was the one thing I was scared about. I was like, is it just country music? Because I was told by so many people, like, oh, you should check out Nashville, just as another like ally, like you might really like it there. And like LA has just, I mean, it's great here. I feel like I'm kind of graduating the point of feeling like I'm open-minded to either living in a different part of California or and I'm not saying like, I could change my mind tomorrow, but like I'm open-minded to the Nashville thing, partly because it is less expensive than LA, and
Mm-hmm.
I also like the idea of having space, like grass and a house of some kind with more space and
Mm-hmm.
privacy. And like I've, lived in apartments for a while, for like years. And like, so a part of me is like leaning towards like, oh, I miss having that privacy and space and like creating music whatever hour I want and like not having to worry about anyone hearing me. And so there's a little bit of that. And then of course, like the price for the space and everything. And just like a change of just new scenicness.
A new venue, a change of venue, huh?
Yeah. And it doesn't really matter where you do music now because there's so much online, which is like amazing.
Right.
And since I want to be a national touring artist anyway, it's like I do think it's important to be surrounded where there are local connections I can get to, or have the money to fly wherever I want, which I'm not there yet, but I'll get there.
Right.
But where it's just like more about the area feeling like a place where I could call home for more than just a couple years, but maybe like a while. So, and I kind of thought that was LA, but I'm open-minded. I'm trying not to really attach myself to any one place or anything right now. So I'm
Yeah, I
like,
think
yeah,
it's
I'll go see it. Why not? I'm not missing anything out by not for visiting. So
no. I definitely my grandparents lived about 40 miles, 50 miles north of Nashville after after my grandfather retired from the army. So I spent a lot of time in Tennessee, and Nashville's changed a lot in the last
yeah, I've
50 years or so.
yeah,
And it's grown a lot, and definitely has all kinds of music, all kinds of artists are down there. I think it's a very music oriented town. LA's a very movie centric town in a lot of ways,
yeah.
and it's a much smaller, tighter community. So I think if I didn't have to worry about money, then I would have a place in both cities probably if I were a
Right. That's
musician.
kind of where I'm leaning towards eventually too. Is having one
Yeah.
in like Philly, sorry, not Philly, one in LA, one in Nashville, and then since I have family in New York and like being there, even just to have something there.
Well,
would
then we're
be-
going to have to just be neighbors because, I
Yeah,
also want a place in the south of France. So,
I'll pass on that. I'd
well,
rather
you
see
can visit.
France because it's like you have to see it one time, even though the culture is different for everybody. But like, I don't think I need to live in France. But you can live in France for me.
I will. I want to live in France for me, but I will live there for you too. It'll be a lot of fun. Why don't you play us another song, Sarah? I cannot wait to invite you to my my south of France home on the water there.
All right.
Play us
Sounds
a
good.
song.
So since we're talking about homes, I'm going to sing my song Home. And this is my second to last song. So while we're in my current house, might as well. All right. Enjoy. I need you to hear me out about the life we're building now. We're scared of the change, things we will face. Dealing with the indecision, how will we complete our vision? Which step should I take to move in with grace? Then I give myself a chance to clear my mind. When I did, I broke down to cry, 'cause I'm home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. This is what I don't want it, but never thought it'd be it's good. Will I lose my independence? Live away human presence? Will I lose my mind? Be resigned. Is no way to see tomorrow, or how will I adjust and follow? Will I be alright choosing this flight? Then I give myself a chance to clear my mind. When I did, I broke down to cry, 'cause I'm home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. This is what I wanted, but never thought it'd be this good. Here's a little guitar from Time of Cool. Plays in my band when I hire a band. It's really good. Alright, up next we have Tim Katenjian again on piano. Then we have Keena McBurney on drums. And then on bass we have Mike Hill. They're all super cool. I'm coming home. Home. I'm coming 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 home. This is what I wanted. I'm coming home. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, people, I guess I should say, Sarah Lightman, that was beautiful. And coming home to your current home. And Trevor gives us a Buy Me a Coffee award. Cha-ching. And Daniel Silverman gives us the Super Heart. You know, that's just a beautiful thing. Thank you, Daniel. We're getting some claps and everything out there. Some claps and some fire from Lee. I think having you be an inspiration to a lot of folks, maybe up and coming musicians and people who want to, you know, do this singer songwriter type thing or any really, you know, type of music. I've made so many connections lately. There's a hip hop artist named Jay Ming that we're hoping to kind of do some stuff with, and just trying to get people to know live streaming is a place where you can do things. So it's just a super pleasure to have you on the show. Do you are you doing Twitch a lot? Can people find you on Twitch a lot?
Yeah, so that's my main source of streaming. It just becomes too much to like do a million platforms, and because I'm an affiliate with them, they have a rule to not stream other places. And while I could break the rules, I would rather not.
You're a legit Twitch streamer. You actually have, you know, like you're not just like, you know, signed up and they call you something. You actually have a relationship with them. So that's fantastic. And and so yes, make sure you catch the Twitch shows. I have put the tickets for the Hotel Cafe July 30th. Is that 7 p.m. California time?
Yeah, so 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, July 30th, which is a Friday. For those who can't attend in person, you can buy your ticket online to watch online. I had them hire a special film crew to film it, so it's going to be good. You can also attend in person as well, obviously BYO mask. But we're trying to reach at least 15 tickets sold, and we are close to that. So every ticket counts. But we want to make sure we really take care of Hotel Cafe because they're one of the few venues, world-renowned venues that have survived all of this. And so we want to make sure that they're being taken care of as well, and that their film crew is being paid accordingly for providing you with an amazing experience, as well as obviously me. But yeah.
Well, yeah. I know I'm going to try and get out to LA, in August, and hope to see somebody at the Hotel Cafe because Chris was there on the 23rd. You're there on the 30th, and
Claire might be playing there in August.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah, and then hopefully some of you guys will be at the show, and we can meet, and that'd be fun. But let's hear one more and wrap up an hour of just wow. I get to hang out with you for an hour. It's just I really dig it.
Yeah, it's been fun. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you guys for listening. I'm gonna leave you with my song "Graduating" because it's just time to graduate this weirdness. Let's do it. We try and we try over and over till we master each try, and then we move forward. But it's time, this time, something bigger. I am changing inside, quicker and quicker, 'cause it's time when we're just screaming. It's time when games replace laughing. This chapter is ending and everything's all said and done. I'm graduating you. I'm graduating you. You say it's this way, it never includes me, demands me, no choice, only you lead. I am always hurting, 'cause I'm not considered. So I'm saying goodbye. I'm done being triggered, 'cause it's time with pace against around it. It's time when there's no middle ground. This chapter is ending and everything's all said and done. I'm graduating you. I'm graduating you. Hi, Mom. Everybody shout out my mom.
Shout out to her mom. Look at that.
Jack, bass player. Jack playing on bass. Help me grow into the shoes I need to fill today. I've outgrown the shoes you want together, so it's time for me to say I'm graduating you. I'm graduating you. I'm graduating you. I'm graduating guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you.
There's Mini-Me. Oh, no, I wanted to do that. Hello to your mom out there in the audience. Hello, Mom.
Yeah. You're welcome, Dan. You're welcome.
Nice to see you. Joy, Christine, thank you for all of the awards. Much, much appreciated. The awards from everybody. You're going to be able to see Sarah Lightman on July 30th at the Hotel Cafe. As Sarah said, one of the venues that has survived, and we need to support those venues. I would just say go see Sarah Lightman on July 30th and just have a groovy time. Just dig it, because you never know. The next time you go to see her, you might have to buy those damn tickets through Ticketmaster and get raked through the coals and have to spend a crap ton of money so she can have all those different houses across the country that we want her to have.
It'll be more than $10 that time.
Because she's so damn successful. We're looking forward to it. And it's just been a joy to be able to hang out with you. As I said, we've got lots of great musicians, and they know I love all of them. But I just always feel really special that I can have you play out with us, because you've just got that passion that is inside of you. Is it's fantastic. And I really dig your music, and hope to see you sometime again soon. We should try to do this once a month or something.
Yeah, or something. Some kind of something.
Yeah, well, we'll work it out. Out. Trevor will put it all together for us.
Yeah, he's good at that.
Trevor would be perfect at that. So everybody, I'm going to leave with my friend right here on the screen, because I just want to quickly say Scooch Case, scoochcase.com. Buy a case. Hey, if you know anybody out there that can play music, that can sing, that would be great at live streaming, get them in touch. Let's meet them. And I am just so stoked to hang out with you tonight. That was a blast, and we will see you soon. See you, Mom, and looking forward to hearing about your trip to LA. I mean, your trip to Nashville and everything, maybe when you get back.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we will see everybody on Friday for sure. I have my a good friend of mine and psychologist on Friday. I think we have somebody for Wednesday. Not sure, but we